There we are. We're back. The LOL show with Taffeta Darling taking over. Continuing on with our guest, Taylor Lymbery.
Hi.
Hi. So we were getting into Bugman and pretty much like his background and his origins, catching us up into issue 5, which you're currently at right now.
Right.
So what's his deal? What's he doing? What's he going? Where's he going?
Okay. Xenex actually doesn't know his history. Both him and his counterpart, which is like his best friend, I guess, kind of side love interest.
That was Lucy?
Lucy, yeah. She's a humanoid android that's, I guess, supposed to be kind of a love bot, but she's pretty much a war machine. I like her. She's my fave. Xenex doesn't really know much about his past. He just knows that he exists, and he's kind of looking for, anything to kind of, spruce up his memory.
So he's got a little bit of mystery to him.
He does. But, he's more or less kind of a con artist, kind of a, not necessarily anti-hero. He's just this character that's caught up in this bigger picture that he doesn't know all the pieces to. He doesn't know all the story that's going on, and he has a bigger fate than I guess he realizes and wants to realize. That has to deal with the entire universe.
Right.
Yeah.
So in issue 5, where's he headed? Where's he? What is his quested moment at the time?
In issue 5, it's an interesting issue because he, at the end of issue 4, he meets up with Elec Brocknar, which, down the road, unsaid, but kind of said that the dialogue that they know each other from, their old past. Of course, Xenex doesn't remember. And through a series of wonderful actions, gets tossed out of a window and meets up with an underground army. So basically, this underground army is wanting to liberate this planet, and they're wanting to get Xenex's memory cubes to basically open up his memory.
Oh, that's our
figure
story.
out.
Tried and true.
Yeah.
Is the army actually underground, or is it just a secret army?
It's underground.
Oh,
no, I
okay.
went as far as to give them like a whole cavern.
They're almost like
race.
the Morlocks.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I was curious. I mean, I'm new to the series.
Yeah, it's a fun series. I mean, pretty much every sci-fi stereotype of storytelling, I mean, it's thrown in there. I just like the way that it's kind of taking aspects of this and this and this that I like and pairing it together in kind of a new way, and also not having a very humanoid character, I think, was a fun pull for me, because I like drawing monsters more than I like drawing humans.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, monsters rock.
Monsters are definitely better. So aside from this awesome comic that you're doing, you also do toys.
Yes.
I think whenever I met you last year, you had like a shelf behind you that had all these custom toys and stuff. So
yes.
Do you do vinyl toys? What are you have some stuff in here? What is this?
Yeah, they're like the vinyl designer dolls, I guess is the technical term for it.
They're like the Monies? Is that what they are? Are they slightly different?
Kind of the Monies, Dunnies, all those. I actually use a cheaper brand because of the rotocasting involved with the vinyls that I get, and they're a little less expensive. But it's like a Creatology brand, but they're, I don't know, they're like 4 or 5 inch, vinyl dolls that are blanks that I just customize up, and
what's this guy's about?
This is Merman from Masters of the Universe. It's my take on him. He was my favorite to do so far because he's just so bold in color, and
I dig it. I love the barnacles and stuff that's coming around him and stuff. So you get like little polymer clay and add stuff to it?
I do, and like I'll take the vinyl heads, I'll actually blend polymer clay into it, and do like aluminum foil build-ups on pieces, and trim hands away and add new hands, and I try to get into it as much as possible and add as much as I can without making looking too ridiculous.
Yeah, how long does it take you to do something like that?
I was going to ask that.
That's why I'm the host.
Probably like a week off and on. I mean, it's hard to calculate the time because half the time I'll do like a piece, I'm letting it dry, and then
exactly.
I'm working on something else.
Yeah.
Very scatterbrained like that.
So what's this other guy you got here?
Oh,
in the middle. Can I see all of them? Yeah, break them down.
Yeah, this one's Buzz Off.
I love it.
Yeah, I had to grab 2 Masters Universe characters on my way out the door because it's my favorite series. So yeah, I just took, this was I think a frog setup.
Oh, nice.
And so I, kind of capsized on the idea that he has these bubbles on top of his head for, the top of his helmet. And, gave him little axe.
I like the wings.
Stuff. Yeah.
Those are good. What do you make those out of? Just, I guess, some more of the clay?
Yeah, polymer clay.
That's so much talent there. Like, I know so many people who do, like, the vinyl toys and customs, and I could never get into anything like that. And then, have you ever done like the Vinyl Thoughts? Have you followed any of those?
I applied this year.
Did you?
I haven't heard back from them, and I think they might be full up for the time, but I was hoping to get some more pieces. So I guess like bigger pieces to present to the show. So
That'd be cool. I've gone the past few years and have a really good time.
Yeah,
Some really great art that comes out there.
Like in
I wish
that-
they'd do
Yeah.
a class. Like I have a bunch of the vinyls, the customized vinyls, but I don't know how you go from customized vinyl to like polymer clay. I don't understand how these two things go together.
Lots of practice and a lot of trash can pieces. Yeah. Unfortunately,
Jesus.
price-wise, I've thrown some pieces away because I'll try something new and it just doesn't work out, and it's like, oh damn! Is there any way I can shave this off this vinyl to save it? And
Right.
Do you have to
sometimes
bake?
can't.
Do you have to bake the clay onto the vinyl?
Yes, and there's actually a trick to it because I know with most clay, I think it's like $375 for your oven. But if you're blending like a Sculpey 3 or Primo to
Yeah.
your vinyl, if it's done in small pieces, you can actually bake it at half the temperature for half the time, and it'll still cure.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes you might want to do like 2 curings, like let it cool between, but yeah. And that way it doesn't burn the vinyl.
Fancy.
I learned
That was
something-
the
yeah.
one question I've had the whole
Yeah, it's
time.
like,
is
I wouldn't
how do
even
you
know
go
where to
from the
begin.
vinyl to the polymer clay? Thank you.
And then
You're very
aside
welcome.
from like the Masters of the Universe, you have looks like your own creation here.
Yes, of course, Xenex, the
Yes.
Bugman, and he's not complete, but I wanted to bring in what I have of him. He's going to actually be a lot bigger piece. He'll have this like suction cup mouth attached to his foot, and these tentacles coming off, and this eye kind of staring him down. And honestly, after I sold the Darkness, I was going to bring him from the movie that was done in the 80s, and it sold out, and I couldn't contact the guy to bring it back in, but I wanted another big piece or something that was a little more closer to what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And so this was the next piece I had. It just wasn't finished.
It's very cool. And
So,
you sell
okay.
these obviously when you're at the conventions and stuff, and you guys have the booth. But
I do.
do you have like an online store?
I don't have an online store yet. If anyone wants to buy any of them, they can just send me a line from my site.
What's your website?
It's TaylorLymbery.com, and don't forget the www. My naked domain does not work.
Old
Yeah.
school.
Old school, old school. In the
So-
sake of this conversation, the www does exist.
I love it. What's that piece over there you have? You brought in a lot of stuff
Oh.
for us. I'm excited.
Yes, okay. So this is the first time to show. Can you see it? Does it need to go back a little bit?
You are back a little.
All right.
All right, down. All right. So this is the first time I'm showing this. This is the cover for issue 6 of Xenex.
Nice. A debut.
Mm.
Yeah, and this character, for all my Xenex fans, I know you're probably screaming at the screen or moving around in your seat. Yes, that is the magician, and yes, he will be making an appearance at the very end of issue 6.
Cool. So I'm gonna have to catch up.
Yeah, he's an interesting character in issue 3. I've dedicated 2 whole pages to him. That was it.
Was it?
Well, I'm just curious about why it looks like he's throwing eyeballs, so I need to catch up also.
Yeah, he's
Because that's unsettling.
my eyeball guy. I
Like, if someone were to throw eyeballs at me, I'd be like, whoa.
Ooh.
yeah.
It's like,
He's
if,
my go-to eyeball throwing character.
it's like if Spider-Man's real powers were to shoot spiders out of his hands at people.
That would be.
Oh,
Yeah, a little more terrifying.
Yeah.
You would have much less crime. Be like, oh, God, spiders everywhere.
Doesn't have quite the ability to get away, but at least somebody's
pretty
covered
creepy.
in yeah.
I got that
someone covered-
itching thing going on right now.
heebie-jeebies.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
Or it could be just my scabies acting. I sat in a really gross movie theater last night. So we talked about the art. Oh yeah, can I brag about this? Can you
Oh,
brag
yeah,
about what
here.
this is?
There we go.
This is my Atlantean prince. I have a big fetish. Can we get that up on the screen? The big fetish with Prince Namor here, and I really appreciate you drawing that.
Is it the
Oh, you're
ears?
welcome.
Is
I
it-
love.
We have a closer up of it on the screen now too as
Ooh,
well.
nice.
Awesome.
I do love the addition of the necklace because he totally looks like he would need to be wearing a necklace in that particular pose with that smirk. Look at him.
Yeah,
He's
with
just-
this like scaly, almost
yeah,
vest
he's
thing
just,
going
he's
on.
telling me about it. Look at that. Anyways, so you're actually kind of well-rounded. You've got the books, you've got the toys, and you also have a podcast that you do as well.
I do.
Because I'm a big toy fan, but I mean, like, you're like a crazy toy fan. Like you've made it like an art.
I've stopped conversations talking about toys where people just stare at me and go, "What?"
So
Yeah.
it's Talking Toys with Taylor and
with
Jeff.
Taylor and Jeff, yes. And it's through Marvin Dog Media. That's marvindogmedia.com as the site. And Jeff and I, we will take toys from our childhood and even like a few beyond. Most of them are kind of connected to our childhood in some way. And we'll kind of break down the toy line with its history. We'll talk about our favorite pieces. We'll talk about the articulation, how the toys worked. Usually I'll do that because I do the customizing. I'm pretty familiar with like plastic types and stuff. But, we'll choose our favorite top 5. The one that got away, kind of our memory of this one piece that we always coveted and wanted, and it's kind of gone, away. We can't find it anymore. Then, we'll talk about like websites that we did research on, because we'll usually go through like a line of websites to find, just little bits of information about this. So we try to get as detailed as we can without making it too boring or too, nerd centric, where people are like, nah, I'm just done with this.
Yeah. What's your one toy that got away? What's the one thing?
Oh man, I would say at this point, I mean, that's a tough one to pick out, but I'd say I guess my one that got away was Eternia, because that's just really hard to find.
Yeah.
I would have said the Savage He-Man, the Wonder Bread He-Man, but I actually picked one up at a convention and refurbished them, got his like painstakingly sat there and defined like his boot color paint,
I
and
love
his
it.
belt color paint, and his hair and everything. And so I have him to my collection, but Eternia's the
Still
just can't
keep an
find
eye
it.
out.
Oh god, and they're expensive. That'll always be the one that got away.
From my wallet.
Yeah, unless I have a couple of thousand to drop, that's
Right.
not gonna happen. I'm poor. I'm an artist, guys.
We're all starving artists. Well, I think we're going to take a quick break here and then come back and talk to Black Mariah over here, and she's going to give us a little update on next week's adventure. Thank you for showing off all this awesome stuff and coming in
welcome.
and bringing it down.
Thank you
breaking it
for
down
having
us.
me. I had
Yeah.
Of course, on the bottom of the screen is the website with which you can go to your Facebook and everything, correct?
Yes.
What is your Facebook?
Oh, it's just my name. Yeah, just
What's your name?
Taylor Lymbery. It's Lymbery.
There you go.
Awesome. We'll be right back, guys. And we're back. Welcome back to the Taffeta Darling show on deepelmonair.com. In the studio today, we have Tyler Lymbery, and we also have now Black Mariah.
Hi.
Hi, I see you got
Hello.
a little bit of lipstick on. I like
I
it.
did. This was a planned visit. I didn't crash your party this time.
It's all right. How you feeling? Looks like you had a pretty rough weekend. You had a trip in Arkansas, and
I
you did
did.
some new ink on your
I
thigh.
got a lot of ink.
Can we see your thigh?
Yeah.
Can we get a little glimpse of that? Can you get up and put your thigh up in
This
here?
is where I
Can I
need
put
to
my
cut
thigh
to a
up in here?
blurring picture or where the FCC cancels it out. There you go.
Are you seeing it? Can you see it?
There we go. Much
Can you
better.
see it?
So that's your new Star Wars.
What does
tattoo.
it say?
It says Han shot first.
Probably one of the cooler Star Wars tattoos I've seen. It's not
Thank
the
you.
normal. You really have to kind of get to know. You can see, you know the line, the whole, the history behind it, and you've got
Yeah.
the little logo in there too. And it's kind of Texas. You got some roses and a gun.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. She put some feminine colors in there, and
Oh, why would you blow
And,
that
uh,
on me?
Sorry, I was trying to blow it away from our guests.
Oh, God, Taff.
At least it smells like licorice.
Yeah, I guess I got that going for me right now. I'm like bathing in it.
Sorry, I'm gassy. I'm gassy.
Well, it's not that. It's just that you just turned your head and directly blew it on me.
All right. Here's the new Taffeta Darling shirt. Classy and gassy. The Taffeta Darling.
It's usually breaking hearts and ripping farts. So.
See, now you have a variant T-shirt.
Anyway, so cool tattoo. I'm
Thank
digging
you.
it.
Thank
'cause,
you.
You are probably one of the few people I know that could probably get away with that. So I'm happy to see it on you.
You don't
Thank
think I
you.
could do that on my thigh?
No, it would look horrible because nobody would want to see your thigh.
it would never look as good in a slave Leia costume.
Exactly.
When as
out.
hairy as my thighs are, I could probably get a pretty good Chewbacca.
Well, I can just imagine like
Yeah.
Jay walking around and just like with his little short shorts up and just showing everybody and shit. Hot shot first, y'all. That's ridiculous. So we're talking about the event next week that you guys are putting
Yeah.
on. You are part of Clever Girl Cabaret, which
Right.
is one of the newer troops in Dallas, but it's a little close to my heart and probably everyone here because it's more geek-centric, nerd.
Yeah, nerdlesque.
Nerdlesque.
Which is taking over the country for
It is.
real. I just got an invitation to the very first Nerdlesque Festival, which is being held in New York next April.
Nerdlesque
Awesome.
Fest?
Nerdlesque Burlesque Festival. I'm so excited about this.
Fit
Like,
the word molesting in there too. Do it now.
Nerdlesque.
Nerdless molesting festival.
No.
Burlesque mullet.
I thought
No.
your voice was hurting.
My voice is hurting
You've used your
Yeah.
mic a lot. Unplug his mic.
So, with the Clever Girl Cabaret, you guys have done 2 previous shows to this one? Or
Just
this
one.
This is your second.
This is our second
This
show.
is Drawn This Way.
And that's all burlesque, inspired by animation and comic books. So we've got, our headliner is Coco Electric from Austin, who is the 2010 Queen of Burlesque. And she's bringing some really unique routines. We've got Blaze, who is a local performer, and Femme Vive La Rouge. And then, of course, Angie B. Lovely and I, who co-produced the show together. It's going to be good times.
Can you give us a little taste about some of the characters?
Put in a good word for me with
I
her, by the
can.
way.
I can tell you that there is a Tex Avery tribute routine that is.
That makes me really excited.
Yeah, it is really good. Like, I watched the video and all I could think was, I can't believe this exists, and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
And, there was no way I could turn this routine down.
I'm obviously a big fan of Tex
Yeah.
Avery. I've got the tattoos, and then for Vinyl Thoughts last year, I did red as the costume and
Yeah.
stuff. And so when I heard about this, I was like, I'm so excited. I
Yeah,
get to
it's
see
gonna
it.
be really, really good. And actually, one of the girls is doing a Vampirella routine, which is not a really commonly done in burlesque. So it's a really exciting.
She's
really
pretty much near naked, anyways.
Yeah.
So there's not much to take
It's really
off.
just a collar and some strategically placed suspenders. So,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's a very good routine. I can't wait to see it. We've got, of course, Wonder Woman. I'm going to bring her back.
You do an amazing Wonder Woman routine.
Thank you. I've had a lot of requests for it, and I was like, well,
I can say no.
I guess she's
And you got your
animated,
cape.
right?
I gave you your cape a couple weeks ago.
Got the cape. It's on.
I had that thing for a year.
It's
Almost.
okay. It's okay.
I wore it around the house when I was cooking.
You should. I would expect you to. It would be the saddest cape in Dallas if someone did not wear it around half naked.
Well,
You do what you do.
I did what I did.
Do what you got to do.
So it's going to be at the what theater?
The Quixotic Theater, which is
never
on
pronounce
Main
that.
Street in Deep Ellum. It's a really cozy theater. There's going to be a bar. And we have a DJ who's spinning like nerdy tunes all night. And then we have this really cool host. She's kind of new. We're just throwing it out there and giving her a chance. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's kind of an up-and-comer. Taffeta Darling.
That's right. I am going to be hosting that
I've
event
heard of
next
her.
Saturday.
It's a loud comer, too, from what I hear. New and loud.
Ayo.
Well, he was my roommate. So.
All right.
we did share a wall.
I mean, not even arguing about that. That's awesome.
So yeah, I'll be out there. Like I said earlier, put me on a stage with a bunch of half-naked girls, and I will definitely dress as Two-Face and do all the oogling as I can. So, what's the cover? Do you guys have like a VIP section and a general admission section?
We
this
do.
time?
The VIP section, which is still open, we still have some tickets for sale. It's $30. But that gets you a signed cast poster in the front 2 rows, a seat in one of the front 2 rows. The general admission is $20. And it's good times. Like, there's no bad seat in the house. There really isn't.
And people can bring cameras and camcorders.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah. Unlike Naked Girls Reading, you can photograph during the show. No flash because,
don't wanna
I can't
blind
see
Blinding
anything.
people.
Nobody
Blinding
wants
you.
to see me fall off the front of the stage.
Nobody wants to see Wonder Woman trip over nothing. Just
It's
being
happened.
blinded.
Her
It's
invisible
happened.
jet.
Exactly.
I've ended up in someone's lap before because of a flash, and I'm not kidding, as Wonder Woman. Nobody wants to see that again.
Especially when you come out, because you do little spins
I
and
do the
twirls
spin.
and stuff.
I do the
Jesus.
spin,
No
and I
flash.
ended up face first in some poor girl's lap. She was totally fine with
I'm
it.
sure she was.
She was like,
She's
"Oh,
"Hey."
it's okay, thanks." I don't know why you're thinking.
See, a
that.
guy can't get away with that.
Nope.
It would not have been, it's okay, thanks, if that were a guy.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever have any guys that come out and do? Like, I mean, can we get like
Yes.
a Gaston? Can we get? I'm a big fan of like Little Mermaid. Can we get like an Eric or a Gaston to be part of Clever Girl Cabaret?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some
Yeah.
really.
Jay, there's your opening.
There's actually the
All right.
Dallas School of Burlesque has a boylesque school where guys can sign up, pay the fee.
What
and
about,
go.
what
It's a
about
6-week
manlesque?
Yes, it's all the man. It is all that is man.
I wouldn't feel comfortable in a boys group doing
That reminds me
this.
of Goonies, where he's like little boys' room. He's like men's room.
It's right next to the Catholic diocese downtown.
Yeah,
Am I right?
Yeah.
no.
So,
Striking out today.
manlesque.
It's the boy
Mike
sex joke. It's
off.
always a good classic.
Mic off. So anyway, there's a boylesque, manlesque school going on right now, and I've talked to some of the guys that are going to graduate on July 12th, and one of them has a straight up link routine he's working on. I've
Oh, good
consulted him
Lord.
with the costume.
Can you make sure he has the ears? Can we put
Oh,
the elf
that was the
ears?
first thing. He was like, I don't know what to do with the costume. Hands me the drawing. He goes, but I have the ears. And I was like, and the shield.
all
He had
you
a
need.
shield and he had ears. And I was like, this is a really good start.
I would also like to see a Legolas in that. I'm just saying. I'd really just, if it could be
All the
Orlando
boys
Bloom.
with the ears. All the boys.
I have the elfish too,
There's
so I
going to be
can
some
help it.
hot gay fan fiction now between Link and Legolas.
Yeah.
There
Green
probably
and
already
pointy ears.
is.
There's got to be, right. I'm looking it up right now.
Some Spock going on. Oh, I did see a really great Vulcan girl routine a couple of weeks ago at Viva Dallas, and it was the girl who we joke is my twin, Ursula Andress, and she did a Spock go-go routine.
Nice.
Or not Spock, a Vulcan go-go routine. It
Well,
was
those
hot.
dresses are kind of little go-go in their own ways, especially because it was kind of that time period with the little red dresses and they're kind of
Right,
short.
right.
And they even
but
wore the
she
boots.
does the whole thing, and it's to the song "Don't You Want Somebody to Love," but she's completely emotionless on her face the whole thing. You know, just going,
Nice.
very serious. It was great. It was
You gotta be.
fantastic.
I bet that's difficult because, like, I have a hard time not laughing and smiling.
I would
so.
too. I would too. It would be very hard.
But kudos
not
to her
giggle.
for actually sticking with the Vulcan thing and being like, "There's no
She
emotion."
stuck it all the way out, all the way to the end,
and then some.
and then some, all the way
stuck
out.
it. She stuck it.
So
So
Vulcan
that's,
sister.
that's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
I mean, I am too, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening in America as far as Nerdless is concerned. It's really just become this thing that's sweeping the nation.
It really has. I think
I'm
just
sorry
like
to interrupt,
sexy
but
geeky
there's
images in
breaking
general.
news. This is the best I could find. Legolas and Aragorn making out. Sorry. Back to the show.
I have a friend in Florida who does an Eye of Sauron routine with a light up Eye of Sauron on her head. That's all she's
Oh, that
wearing.
is
It's
awesome.
badass. But I do have to tell you and bring up a story that I heard at Burlesque Hall of Fame about a performer who had a Will Wheaton routine, and she went from the next generation. She developed from young Will Wheaton into older bearded Will Wheaton, and strips down and has a Will Wheaton face merkin down here, and apparently performed it for Will Wheaton, and he brags about this on Twitter all the time that he has
Nice.
his face on a merkin and he has his own burlesque
It's
routine.
too bad none of my fantasies are real. They're all comic heroes and anti-heroes and random.
Random Will Wheaton.
You're gonna have to
Random.
stalk a star and put their face on your crotch, and that's how you win at life, apparently. Oh, and we made a Cards Against Humanity card about it and
Nice.
sent it to him.
Play that.
Good stuff.
I'm a little jealous. So after you have this drawn this way, when's your next event? What are you guys working on for the next one?
I can't tell. I don't know. I haven't picked a date. I haven't picked a theme. There's so many places to go. Movies. What do we do? Do we do movies? What do we do?
Yeah, I think a lot of people know that I usually try to keep it like PG-13 at the very most. You know, a lot of cleavage. You know, sometimes I show my ass off, but it's really just not that much. But I've actually been talking
You
to
bring
this girl.
Jay on stage?
Nah.
Ba-da-da!
This guy keeps interrupting. This is my show.
How many times do you go, I'm really not going to talk on the air today? I'm really not going to talk on the air today.
This is my show. But I've been talking to this girl about doing
He's
a
not the
possible
host we
routine in the
needed.
future with her.
Yes.
So we'll have to work on that. I really won't say what it is because I know people would
I want it.
enjoy
I want it.
But I think.
Oh yeah,
if-
they'll be running to the store to buy the costumes.
I think
if we do.
between me, her, and Angie, there would be three of us. I think if we could work it out, I think it would be
We're gonna work it out.
adorable.
Adorbs.
Adorable. So, what do we have for next week? Next week is what day is that? What?
On a Sunday.
Where am I?
What is
What
today?
day is it?
I think
November.
I think
You
it's
tell
on
me
the
to be
second.
quiet. The whole show, it's be quiet, and then now it's hey.
You can write it down on a Post-it and slide it over to us.
I'm not doing that.
Today is what?
I'm not doing that.
My
I'm not
weekend is
bad.
what, the 28th?
I have other ways of telling you because
Well, I don't know what we have going on next week, but
Oh,
tune in
it
anyways.
looks like we're scheduled for the United States Geekdom crossover takeover.
Nice. I'm excited about that. Those
I am
guys have been
too.
kidnapping me like almost every other week and holding me hostages or taking me shoe shopping. So I'm looking forward.
It depends on whether it's Sassy Cast or not.
Yeah. Depending on who it is, someone's always got me held hostage. So it's about time that
So
we
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
ante up.
Yeah.
What is the Godfather line? Go to the track, go to the races, go to the horses. Anybody?
I don't know. It's not a Godfather
Mic off.
fan.
Boom.
So no, so they're gonna be in. I believe it's gonna be a crossover / takeover. It's
Nice.
gonna be exciting.
So we are going to be here.
I don't know yet. We'll see what happens.
Oh, Taffeta
Well,
will
it
be
depends on
here.
if they kidnap all of us.
Because it's the Taffeta Darling show.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'll be here.
So, well, why don't we take a quick break?
We're gonna, as Del says, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll come back and say our goodbyes, and then get the fuck out.
Deuce.
I'm looking at the camera, just waiting for it to close. There it goes.
Yep.
The Del O.L. Show.
Funny stuff.
Sunday, 2 to 3. Deep Ellum on air.
And we are back at the Taffeta Darling show.
The Taffeta Darling Show.
Thank you.
Deep Ellum on air.
I know, I'm a little sad I don't have my own little...
stuff.
Yes, there it is.
We have to pay for that every time it airs. Fox.
Oh, I'm choking. So, really quickly, I wanted to give a shout out to our 2 sponsors that we have. We have Roll to Play out in Capel. Tiffany over there, thanks a lot for continuing to support us. Also, Cosmic Comics out in Grand Prairie. Those guys are pretty neat. They do a lot for the community as far as the Grand Prairie area. They have a lot of tabletop gaming and tournaments and stuff that go on out over there, too. Also, any artists who are looking to put some of their stuff out there, like comic books and stuff, they are always looking for more artwork to showcase and like put on consignment.
So are we looking if you'd like to be on the show.
Exactly. If you do want to come be on the show, yeah, give us a shout out. You can call Del at
No,
214.
don't you dare.
Call Del all hours of the day.
But if you do go over to the contact us on the website, it does have how to book for the show and how to get in touch with us if you have any art or comic book artist or you're a performer.
And
you
a
wanna be
phone
on the
number,
show.
right? There's a phone number.
The phone
so
number.
they could call in.
Dell's personal
I
number.
will send you the phone number after you contact me, or you can call our booking agent, Carol Giroux. You can email her or telephone her. I don't mind giving out.
And
my
Carol's
girlfriend's
phone number is.
Yeah, 214-997-1373.
Oh, man.
Stay classy, Dallas.
Thank you for not blowing that one on me.
I tried to blow it between my legs, so hopefully it worked.
Nope,
So-
it didn't. I can smell it.
But at least
Oh,
it
wait,
smells
maybe it
like...
did go between your legs.
Oh, man.
I showered yesterday, asshole.
It
Also,
was right there. You
don't
set
forget
it up.
about our Facebook and our Twitter. Facebook
Please don't
is
forget about our Twitter.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
all this mess happening, don't
Yeah,
forget about the Facebook and the
Tavin
Twitter.
takes over that pretty often, and there's pretty good. But it's just Del O.L. Show at both the Twitter and the Facebooks.
And the Facey books.
What the hell is Twitter?
Twatter.
Twitter twatter. Next week we have the guys from the United States of Geekdom. They're going to come over and we're going to have them on and finally have the Battle Royale. We've been having some competition with those guys lately, so I'm looking forward to that. Also coming up, we have Brent Peoples, who is going to be coming back from his Albuquerque Comic Expo. He does some stuff for Image and Xenoscope and something else. I can't remember. I'm kind of a bad host. And then later down the road, we also have Forces of Geekdom. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Forces of Dorkness coming up from Austin. So we actually have some good stuff coming up in the next few months.
It's a very smooth cover.
I know, right? Ah, shit. I messed up. I'm human. I'm sorry.
You're pretty.
You're pretty. You don't have to always be right. People will tell you are.
Yeah, I know.
It's like how I live.
That's how I am graduated. And with that noise coming on, that means we're done. Thanks again to Black Mariah, Clever Girl Cabaret.
Thank you.
Tyler Lymbery with Xenix.
Taylor.
Fuck! What is wrong with me? I'm sorry.
You had it until
Taylor.
the end of the show.
Thanks for Jeff coming out and sitting in the audience. Thanks to my co-host for the day, Jay. And I think that's about it. That's everybody I'm going to thank. Nobody else gets thanked.
And there goes his mic.
And you've been watching the Del O.L. Show on DeepEllumOnAir.com.